Battle over data cables heats up. Concerns rise over Russian spy ship in UK waters. A British naval vessel recently patrolled near the Russian spy ship Yantar, which has been observed loitering over undersea cables. London. For nearly a decade, the Russian spy ship Yantar has travelled the globe, often hovering over crucial undersea cables. Western officials suspect this is an attempt by the Kremlin to map vital routes for the global economy that run along the ocean floor. This week, the Yantar passed through British waters, where it was tracked by 2 British Royal Navy ships. UK Defence Secretary John Healey explained that he had recently updated naval rules of engagement to allow for close monitoring of the spy ship. He emphasized that this decision was intentional, sending a clear message to President Putin: "We see you." In an increasingly tense hybrid conflict between Russia and the West, undersea cables and pipelines represent a vulnerable point of focus. The length and remote locations of these cables make them susceptible to sabotage, yet they are essential for transmitting data and energy globally. According to NATO, 99% of the world's data is transmitted via undersea cables, which facilitate approximately $10 trillion in financial transactions each day. Since the onset of the full-scale war in Ukraine, Russia is believed to be more willing to disrupt these cables in an effort to destabilize its opponents. However, the difficulties in tracing these alleged attacks to Russia, often executed by unmarked boats in remote areas, complicate attributing blame. NATO is intensifying its efforts to monitor potential attacks by Russian-affiliated vessels. In January, it announced a new mission in the Baltic Sea aimed at enhancing surveillance of undersea cables and deterring possible Russian actions. On Wednesday, Britain announced it would deploy P-8 Poseidon submarine hunting aircraft and spy planes to support the ongoing NATO mission. In December, Finnish authorities detained a Russian Shadow Fleet tanker named Eagle S after its anchor severed a power cable connecting Finland to Estonia. 8 crew members were identified as suspects, but Finnish investigators have not been able to file any charges related to the cable damage. The ship is registered under the flag of the Cook Islands, and Finnish authorities indicated they might withhold the cargo of Russian oil due to customs violations. German investigators, including expert engineers, spent over 5 hours aboard the vessel, questioning the crew and inspecting the anchor. However, they found no evidence that would justify issuing arrest warrants. The North Atlantic is home to hundreds of undersea cables. To create significant disruption, several cables would likely need to be cut simultaneously, a challenging task given that the average depth of the ocean is over 2 miles. This requires an intricate knowledge of the cable networks and their locations.